be there.
Let me ask you a question quickly. And Gabriel Mark, not if I'm wrong, but yeah. Men don't voice their feelings because most of the time they end up upsetting their woman, then have to console her on how his feelings made her feel.
Yeah.
I'm afraid so.
Yeah.
By the way, this is a universal thing, by the way.
No,
yeah?
it is. And that's why I think
that's what you're saying, I hear you. But
sometimes
then,
women should be able to notice that.
it's not that simple.
No.
No, it's not. Because that's what I said.
In a
as
perfect
me,
world, yes.
No, with me, I've had to learn to do that. So sometimes there'll be times when we have the conversation, this is back a day, and I'll be like, oh no, why have you said that? I was like, well, now I just don't feel like, and again, it's all about me. Now I've had to be like, no, I want you to be able to voice your opinion. I want you to be able to be honest, and I have to be able to take it.
I've heard that as well, though.
And then it backfires.
No, it does. But there's times when. Well, I'm just saying it because it's what.
Time, people don't know.
What was it? What was the riddle in this that I did that time?
As hyper intelligent you are at work, when it comes to explaining things in real life.
Yeah, I don't get it. Sometimes at work, I'm looking at other people, calling them thick.
Oh, brown rice, don't laugh, because you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I'm laughing.
Okay,
I know what you mean. I agree. I can explain it.
Alright. We good. So yeah, anytime.
2-4 or 2-5?
Alright, let me take off.
2-5.
Let me take off to something.
The 2-2-5.
Yeah, 2-2-4 with Colin. That was the one with Colin.
Who is Colin, bro?
I mean Banks. Collins.
Well,
Banks.
It's in M&S. It ain't the flipping smell, bro.
Oh dear.
No,
that Colin's a caterpillar.
Oh, one of them things. Oh, what is it?
Is my trainers in it? I want to.
This is episode 225 of the DSP podcast with myself, Reese.
Oi.
To my left.
Drinks.
To his left. You know why that's going to piss me off? Because when I have to edit this episode, yeah, and I'm hearing this banshee.
I'm not that close to the mic. I sound like a banshee, innit?
You know how loud you are?
You're
Yeah.
loud, bro.
Hey, dear.
Right. And the hooded figure behind the camera.
Gabriel.
Back up louder.
Hi, Lord.
Mark, how you doing, sir?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Wednesday's my self-care day, innit? So
How's the self-care, Karen?
the physio part, jeez, the shoulder's getting better, but the
Is yours a tear or is it just discomfort?
tear.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah. So if it doesn't improve, she said in the next
Surgery.
2 weeks, no, I'm gonna scan, and then I may have to have that injection.
Did you have the ultrasound scan when they put the thing on your shoulder? It feels mad weird. And you see like the ultrasound.
No, shoulder's fine. Shoulder's fine.
Cool.
I don't need nothing with the shoulder.
Lucky
It's
bastard.
just the ankle. So yeah,
Ankles are a weird one.
Otherwise than that, and then over the weekend I watched Adolescent, innit?
Adolescence.
Adolescence. Everyone's been going.
Stephen Graham.
Yeah, I love him, man. He's
I just laughed. Both you and I are in vans. I've never seen it happen before.
Oh shit! Didn't even notice.
Twin.
But no, I do like it. It does raise a lot of questions for the young generation, how they deal with certain things.
Is it set in Liverpool?
I don't know. It's hard to tell because
It's saved. I just haven't watched it.
yeah. But no, I thought it was a good watch. Like 4 episodes. I thought it was a good watch.
It's only 4 episodes.
I think it's like 4. It's short.
Oh, really?
I might binge that Saturday night.
Yes, I was just thinking that.
Kay, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm busy. I've been busy, sorry. Probably literally just put my laptop down and finish work about
I know you would have been pissed if I didn't have my laptop charger.
2 minutes ago. I wouldn't have. I would have just probably got in a little bit earlier like I did today to do it, but it was just
Fuck that.
on my head. Like in my brain. It's only really, I feel it on in my brain. No, it was only like, it would have been like a coming extra half an hour in the morning. But that's not a problem. But it just saved me doing yesterday's last bits today. And obviously because I knew there was traffic, I left work early, got here, finished it off. Like I feel good. Yeah. But apart from that, yeah, I'm alright. I'm just busy. Just a little bit of a busy bee, you know?
One thing I want to say, big shout out to my dad. He just come back from JA. Brought me some fish. So yeah.
Oh.
No rum. There's fish. Crazy.
Oh. What is wrong?
There's rum too.
Oh, okay.
You went, no, rum, just fish. Crazy.
he watches the clips and I'm just like, okay.
Oh, yeah, you're pissed.
Oh, he does.
How you guys?
Yeah, you a bit more mellow now.
Rolling with the punches, man. This is life. Do you know what it is? I'll just touch on one thing, right? Say one thing. I've learned you have to take in the good and bad things that come with life. You have to go through all the emotions, all the emotions.
It's an experience. It's a lesson.
It's an experience, and it's better than being dead.
That's
It's
so
better than
blunt,
not
but
having
true.
life. So
It's morbidly.
you know, the
blunt.
fact that I'm alive and I can
Absolutely
experience
morbid.
sadness or happiness or depression, you know what? For me, I give thanks. So I'm all good. I'm rolling with the punches.
Saying that,
Yeah.
Do you, or like, are you at the time in life where you're like, you know where you're heading?
Yeah, I think
Like you have a plan.
I think for the first time in my life, I know my purpose. I have a plan. I know what I'm gonna do, and yeah, man, yeah. I think first time in my life I've reached that stage. I would also say I've reached the stage now in my life where I've learned what humans can be capable of. So I feel as if this stage of my life I'm well prepared for anything that follows because I've had the experiences. So
You know what I find funny about you saying that?
yeah.
So someone saw a baby picture of me the other day, or like I've got a book at home of like bare baby pictures that my sister put together for me like a couple of years back. So it's like probably from childbirth until about the age of year 7.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, you were such a happy kid. Now you're just grumpy. I said no.
Oh,
I said it's not about me being no, but they were joking.
That's so funny. But all your baby pictures, you're literally smiling.
Grinning teeth. There's like thing.
Every single
He's a
one.
baby, innit?
And it was like, they was like, what changed? I said, do you want to know my honest answer? They was like, yeah. I said, I remember years ago, I must have been maybe year 7. I asked my mum, why don't you smile? My mum was like, am I a fucking clown? Am I meant to smile, yeah? And I was like, right, that's a bit aggressive, isn't it? Right, yeah. I was like, right, that's a bit aggressive.
Tell me that's your mum without telling me that's your mum.
I was a bit aggressive. Then I got real. As I got older, and I realised, it's not that I don't smile, it's that same thing with you. You understand how evil people are,
100%.
and you realise that opening yourself up in environments is dangerous.
Yeah.
So you can only really be an honest, earnest. When I mean honest, what I mean like an earnest, content version of yourself in environments where you feel incredibly or extremely comfortable.
Yeah.
So I understand
Yeah.
what you're saying in that sense.
100%. 100%. Yeah. You're aware of how humans could be now, so now you kind of know.
I've been aware for about 15 years, but yeah.
Yeah, because like when you said the purpose part, that's something that I've struggled with, to be honest. Like reaching a certain age, I'll be like, okay, am I meant to be here? Am I meant to be doing this? But I think sometimes as humans, we do put a lot of pressure on ourselves to achieve or to be someone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that I've.
Honestly, I would even say as well, like just for the people out there that will be listening, finding your purpose sometimes can be completely accidental.
Oh yeah,
go with it anytime in life.
So sometimes it's not even because I know some people do this thing where I know a lot of people that go to different countries like Thailand and they go soul searching and things like that. But I'm not against it. But for me, how I've understood my purpose and how I've understood my goals is one of my friends came out of prison. And he was the one that's hit me up like, yo, you got loads of talents. We need to come together. We need to do certain things. We need to, and he's kind of got me on my A game.
Kind of molded,
and he's kind of given me that extra push to do the things that I was planning on doing, but I was just sitting on it like, I'm not. Pause. Yeah, I was just holding back. He's given me that inspiration. And the funny thing is, he's not even in business with me anymore. As in, like. He's gone off to do something.
He just helped guide.
Yeah, but sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you need someone to.
Literally, I believe God
grace,
sent him to do that. And this is my brother. Like this is like we're close. Like
I believe you meet who you meet when you're meant to meet them.
When you're meant to meet them, and you learn lessons you learn when you're meant to learn them.
Meat factory, innit?
Wow. Yeah, you definitely learn the lessons you learn when you're meant to learn them. And I've learned certain lessons now. Because I believe I'm meant to learn it now. And you know what's so crazy is the worst thing is like these lessons I could have learned prior to that, but
you didn't need to, or you weren't ready for them.
Not even that. I was being a bit naive. So I think God's made me learn.
Naivety is a dangerous thing. I think being naive, being naive when you're young is fine. Being naive as an adult, in my opinion, is incredibly dangerous.
Crazy. It is. And my thing is, it was being naive.
As a woman, I think it's more dangerous. As a guy, you're more like, as a woman, it's dangerous as in you can be put in danger. As a guy, you could end up incredibly broke.
Yeah.
So you have to be a little bit more like, sometimes when you're dealing with certain people, you got to kind of be a little bit more real with them, and they're kind of, oh, that's a bit mean. I'm being realistic, bro.
Yeah. And so, yeah, man, for me, it's a case of like, I was naive during the years when I could have learned those lessons. So now I've had to learn those lessons in the most direct, harshest way possible right now. That's how I feel. Like, I was shown warning signs of certain things when I was younger. But I don't know, people ain't like that. And now I get to the age of 29, 30. It happens, but it happens to me. And it's like, okay, I saw this 6 years ago, 10 years ago.
But sometimes you only learn when it happens to
when
you.
it happens to you. So that's why I said I'm always grateful, because for me, once again, like, I would rather go through the motions than be in a bad place. I love life, and I love human experiences. So good or bad, take it on board, and yeah, roll with the punches.
So, Kay, we were discussing before we kind of sat down to record pod about like songs that kind of, I want to say the feel good factor, but I call it like music with crack in it. Music that like you hear a song and you hear the drums or you hear the beat, and then you hear it once and it's on reload and then reload again. What is your music? I'm not sure if it's probably whether from this year or last year, or a song that if you hear once, or I'll say 2 songs, for example, that you hear once and then you have to hear it again and again and again.
I've always got a bunch of songs that's like that. I can never have just one. Sometimes I probably won't have a song of the moment, song of the week, song of the month. At the moment, it's Blame You by Odile. I don't know, like, no, I can't say I don't know what it is. I do. It's whenever I hear that song, I'm like, yeah, like it might be, I don't know, it might come on the radio and I'll be like, yeah. Then I have to turn off the radio and I have to put Spotify on and play it again and again. And that's one song that I've been listening to back to back. In the background, it just kept coming on anyway, and I didn't realise, but now I just find myself putting it on back to back.
I don't think I've heard that song.
Huh?
I don't think I've heard that song. I think the only Odile song I listen to is... Oh, that tune.
I didn't, yeah, and
I've hit Odile, it's Jules and Odile.
I love him.
That tune,
the thing is, I listen to a lot of Odile at the moment anyway, but then that song, yeah, I don't know, in the last week or so, I've just been listening to it, I've just been banging it out. But again, I'd always get... I always listen to like a lot of music, so I have a lot of songs that's always in my head, but that one is what sticks out to me the most this week, or even last week. And also, I can't remember the name of the actual song, but you just reminded me when you were singing.
Oh, Remo.
Yeah, that's it. That.
It's easy with a beat like that. I heard a version of that song the other day.
I love that song.
With Suspect and Notes. They freestyle on it. It was amazing.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing. Notes. Both of them, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mark, what would you say your one is?
Mine, shockingly, would be Alex Isley.
Shock.
Water and Air.
Oh my God, you're a sicko. Go on, continue.
Yeah, Water and Air.
Because I knew that's what.
I knew it was.
Like, I play her a lot.
I know.
But I like some of her, the way she writes as well. Like
it helps when your dad and your uncle are part of the greatest duo of all time.
It's beautiful. And then I think another one is I'm seeing him next week actually. His name something Noble, Gene Noble or something like that.
You don't know his name?
Gene Noble, and he does a cover of Kalani's song Everything. It's the way he sings it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love the lyrics of that. So yeah, it's those two.
What about you?
You know what? I'll miss the question.
Like a song you hear that once you hear it once, you have to reload it again and again and again.
Can I say 2?
Yeah, go on. I got 3.
Okay, so
it's gonna be like Casanova, right?
No, it's Gunner Bachelor. So that's one.
That's a tune, by the way.
And
I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised.
And Raven Lene, and then 3. Raven Lene.
Look at you, greedy man.
I have
No,
too
it's
many,
3.
but I
Sorry.
can't even.
Raven Lene
now.
Raven Lene and
What is?
Raven Lene, Venezuela Train.
I know
And
that song.
Ravina, Wherever You Go, has been taken off Spotify,
I
so
know.
I can only listen to it on YouTube. But yeah, Ravina, Wherever You Go, that
Song.
calms me down. That's like
Oh, he wouldn't get the reference if I said it. You know, Black Widow and Hulk.
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't get the reference.
I advise that song for anyone that just needs to mellow their mind. Ravina, Wherever You Go,
On YouTube.
just let that calm you down. And
So
get through it.
mine are.
I'm gonna add one.
There's actually 5 because
I'm gonna add one seeing as
So
you
I
got
had-
adding extras.
I had Freddie Gibbs' anniversary, but it's been removed.
You know why, innit?
Yeah.
Sample.
It's been
Oh,
removed. So,
like a
Have you heard the
copyright.
one that you sampled SWV?
yeah. It's like it's your anniversary, but he's talking about killing someone, but it's just a really good
Yeah,
song.
so I think
It's
that's
just a sick
necessary.
song. Sasha Keeble Y. Peekaboo.
Yeah.
I've listened to Peekaboo about 10 times today already.
Do you know I keep doing
Go on.
when AJ Track comes in? Yeah.
Surprise!
Yeah.
Chicken
I
cheese.
keep
Peekaboo,
on
reload it again.
I keep on going back
Again.
because the entrance is too crazy.
It's warm.
I keep
Like,
on-
yeah,
yeah.
It steps in warm.
Entrance is mad.
Are you
And
believing the connections with that song?
XXX
Yeah.
and Silent Hill?
Mm.
Yeah, probably. I do. But I'm going to just stay quiet for next year to see what
I didn't realise that Kodak was good friends with him as well. Wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to I was watching a video explaining that whole thing,
yeah.
and I was just like, yeah, this
And
is
then-
deep.
And then what do you call it? Of if you're watching the Super Bowl performance where you have
Yep.
the three X's, XXL, so it's like
But even the concert, he done the song 5 times, and I think that's a connection to something on.
Kendrick,
Like he
Kendrick
played-
plays the numerology. So yeah.
Like he played his album like 5 times in a
Yeah.
row. So yeah, it was quite deep.
And the last song, which is not a surprise because when I linked up with Katie earlier on, I've listened to Mutt today, the a cappella version, the sped up version, and the normal version.
Every type of version.
Every version
Every-
of Mutt.
every
That
version
song
of
has
the
crack in it. There's crack in that song.
Yeah, there is.
That's
There is.
you know when you hear songs, it's like yeah, that's gone. It's clear. Like that song, production, the vocals, the lyrics, everything about that.
That and Yes It Is.
Do you know what song was like that for me? Treasure in the Hills. That's
Oh,
what
that's
I wanted to add that. Huh?
Treasure in Hills by Leon.
Yeah.
Is
That's- for me,
that
it's
the
just-
one? Is that the one that starts off with him humming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's Crash and Burn.
Oh, and Shock.
I love Crash and
I
Burn.
prefer Treasure Hill to Crash and Burn. I think they're both sick.
But my other song
Treasure in
would
the Hills
have to
just-
be
Done it for me.
Sir Human. I love that track.
Is that the one where it goes? "Oh, I feel my hero," and it goes. The song does that. There's like a ink. There's like a.
I know. I think I know which one you're talking
It's on
about.
his recent album.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. It's not that one then.
but I
I'd
love
also
that track.
say Girl with the Tattoo and
Crack.
P is Mine. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on here.
Oh no, my.
Who said worse?
You said the C word.
Pussy
on
is
here.
mine. Pussy is mine.
No.
That's all I wanted to say.
Come through and chill has crack in it.
Yeah. Do you know what though? I really can't. I can, but I really can't go down the Miguel route because of probably every song on his first
Banana.
every album actually. I was thinking of that.
One thing I would
Okay.
say is side off,
Sidestep.
sidestep,
No,
side
side
off.
off.
Face off.
Um,
Side off? What is?
Tech time.
I hope because I think she's releasing that album this week or next week. Coco Jones.
It might be this week.
But I'm hoping the direction is not where she's going because I heard that Toxic track and I was just
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that song yet.
like, no, I don't know. No.
When I think of the talent that came from the Bel Air series, the girl who plays Nia Long's character, Simone, her album's really good.
Oh,
So the girl who plays Nia Long, Will Smith's love interest,
Oh,
she has an album. Her real name's Simone.
yeah.
She has an album. It's really good.
Forward it to me, please.
I will do. When we finish, I'll do that. Kind of talking about that music and moods and whatnot. Yeah. Obviously, Gabriel and everyone we were talking before about just irritation and anger. Yeah. What? Actually, Mark, you break this down because you had the topic about a guy who got irritated with his wife and he walked how far?
280 miles in a week.
Did he stop or just walking?
So basically, man walks off 450 kilometers to cool off after argument with his wife. There's more to it. He's 48.
She fucked his mortgage.
excuse me.
So he walked from Como, which is in Italy.
Como. It's Como.
Lake
Como.
Como.
Lake Como. Yeah.
I was meant to go there actually.
Fabregas manages that team, right?
He
Who?
walked 450
Fabregas.
kilometers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what do you call it?
That's 280 miles.
Delhi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Authorities found him during a routine curfew check and were shocked to learn that he's been walking non-stop. He had no plan, just an urge to clear his mind.
You know how angry
How
you
many
gotta
days
be?
is that?
Could you walk
Surviving
non-stop?
surviving on food and drinks given by strangers, he admitted he didn't even realize how far he had travelled when police checked his records.
I could.
Giving
That is a
Castaway.
hell of a walk.
I can't.
What did she do?
It sounds like carnival.
What did he say when his wife just pissed him off after having an argument?
Surely he would
They-
have got tired
They
walking that far.
reunited.
You gotta be so
Is
angry.
that them?
What's it?
No, that's not them.
I'll be
It's a-
real with you,
it's a
yeah?
picture, but
I like my younger brother and I had this conversation the other day, yeah,
Castaway.
because he was talking to me about his partner and whatnot. I'm not gonna say what it is because my brother's a private person in that sense.
Yeah, of course.
But it's one of those like my brother's always had somewhat of a temper, like always as a kid he's very hot headed. So like as an adult he's very measured to a point where like he talks but he's just quiet, but he's very measured in. He'll be like he'll pre-warn you before he bugs out.
Yeah.
Which I respect because he doesn't just bug out. But there's also one of the ones where it's like, some ones are like, we're both very controlled, and I said to him as a man, you got to make sure you manage your emotions at all times. Because once you say something or do something, you can't take it back.
Yeah.
So I'm similar in a sense of like, it takes a lot for me to lose my temper, but when I'm vexed, right, I'm very stubborn.
Yeah.
As in like, I'm only stubborn when I feel like you're being disrespectful. So then I stop talking. Like I won't speak. So I can be, say for example, if Mark or Katie have pissed me off,
Yeah.
we could record a pod. I wouldn't talk to them directly, and I won't say anything. If we all lived in the same house, I cannot talk to Kadia for like a week and a half because I'll feel like the disrespect was loud.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just that person because I don't take disrespect well. I don't know why, but I think it's more so because my intention is never to disrespect someone. If I did something to Gabriel and Gabriel pulled my card on it, I've got to be like, you know what, big man, that wasn't my intention, I apologise. Whether he chooses to accept the apology or not is up to him, but he also has to, I also have to, it depends on how earnest my apology is for whether I feel like you're saying sorry to negate the situation or you're saying sorry because you understand. That walk to me is not surprising. That there is like, you're at the end of your tether and you're trying to find a way to walk off aggression.
No breaks. Physically, you can't do that.
I think he stopped.
Yeah, you got
to stop.
He stopped.
Otherwise, you can't walk.
But I think when you're vexed,
Yeah.
like
Different type of vex.
I'll be
You just
real.
have to walk.
I'll be real. I'm happy I still play sports because when I'm annoyed, I can take all the things that have peeved me off in a week,
That's what I love.
and I treat it like you're in a country with no water, and then you go there, you find a tap, and you just turn the water from cold to warm.
Yeah.
Cold to warm, I'm in control. Once it's hot, you gotta be careful.
Be careful. Yeah.
And I think that's the measurement of like how you handle that. That there, bro, it didn't cause no one no harm.
Yeah.
Man probably saw some parts of Italy he'd never seen before.
Probably better that he did that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Man left her, she had time to cool off. I don't know how big their house is. That could have been a one-bedroom flat.
Yeah.
Como's nice.
But,
so I doubt
but,
it was.
but I also think sometimes, obviously I can only speak for men, but we sometimes need that. Because sometimes if, let's say you get in an argument, and sometimes you don't want to go back and forth. Sometimes, you know what? Let me clear my head and let me come back and we discuss this further. Some people won't give you that.
That's how
That's a
adults
long
work.
clearing of heads.
That's a long clear in the head, don't get me wrong, but
But at least when
sometimes
you go back to it, you can. For me, space helps
He's having
everyone.
a thought for the year.
Yeah, but space helps everyone because I feel like, depending on the type of person you're with or whatever, I think women want to address the situation there and then. Right, yeah, which I don't think is. I think that's also knowing your partner. If I'm in a bad mood and you want to talk about it right now, I don't talk right now because I'm still angry. Like it's not functional. Like if you're angry and you want to talk, if I'm angry and you want to talk, and you're not angry, you want to talk about it right now, you're not understanding me.
Yeah.
When vice versa, I have to understand you for the same thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that sense, knowing your partner plays a part. Ultimately, wherever the guy decided, wherever he ended up, the fact that he was able to kind of, when they were reunited, the dust has settled a little bit where they can have a conversation.
Yeah.
They can. Right, yeah. The fact they said they only found him because of curfew.
yeah.
That's insane.
That's hilarious.
But I don't know. Like I've had it where I was in a good mood. I was happy. I was watching my TV show, and then maybe like an ex-girlfriend had like, I don't know, an issue, whatever. Different agendas. Kind of ruin my day, man. And that kind of thing, it should piss me off. I'm in a good mood, and but when and when.
That's just not good, because you know what? How are you gonna? I always put it to this, like, no matter if women are this, men are that. Just as the woman, how would you feel if you was enjoying your day?
Life ain't that easy.
Yeah, it's not
and
easy.
No, but you have to think about it from that point of view. If you're really enjoying your day,
Sometimes people express how they there and there.
No, I get it, but again, that comes down to also knowing your partner. Like, if I'm really annoyed about something and I want to express it there and then, I'm gonna gauge. Well, as I've got older and further on in our relationship, I've been able to gauge when is and isn't, because I might be like, I need to talk about this now. His mindset might not be there.
Right, let me ask you a question quickly. And Gabriel and Mark, know that if I'm wrong, but men don't voice their feelings because most of the time they end up upsetting their woman, then have to console her on how his feelings made her feel.
Yeah.
I'm afraid so.
Yeah.
By the way, this is a universal thing, by the way.
No, it is. And that's why I think
that's what you're saying. I hear you. But
sometimes women should be able to notice that.
It's not that simple.
No.
No, it's not. Because as I said,
in a perfect world, yes.
No, with me, I've had to learn to do that. So sometimes there'll be times when we have the conversation, this is back a day, and I'll be like, oh no, why have you said that? I was like, well, now I just don't feel like, and again, it's all about me. Now I've had to be like, no, I want you to be able to voice your opinion. I want you to be able to be honest, and I have to be able to take it.
I've heard that as well, though.
And then it backfires.
No, it does. But but there's times when... Well, I'm just saying it because it's
what... People don't like the truth, bro. People like the
idea
of the truth.
But you kind of have to learn, because over time, I've had to learn.
Be honest with me. Be truthful. Or when I am.
No, men have to be honest with each other, because I'm like, we're never going to work if I don't like everything you say,
your boyfriend,
and I get upset.
Your boyfriend's anonymity, bro. Stop saying his name on the podcast.
Yeah, what did I say?
You always
Honey.
drop his name.
My babes. Just say my babes.
My boo.
My other half. No, we just basically we have learned to be able to discuss things, and sometimes it can happen. Like, sometimes if I'm pissed off, I might say something that comes out harsh, and he's like, "Bro."
You get away with that.
He's like, "Right, all right, cool."
You can get away with that. Men can't do that.
I don't,
Men are not allowed to do that. You can't do that.
I know what you're saying.
You're accountable for your word. Women will get, respectfully, I don't even mean it, it's not a gender thing. I think women in society can get away with saying what they want with no ramifications.
But I don't think it's fair. Hence why I've said I've had to
learn.
being
fair. It's not Gabriel said this earlier on.
But like, obviously, if you want a good relationship, you have to be able to.
Gabriel said this earlier on.
You have to be able to have the give and take.
As Mandem, and maybe because me and Gabriel are both from South, even though we're from different sides of South here.
It's unfair for men.
We're from the era of say the wrong thing, you get banged in your mouth. Watch your mouth. I'm not from the era where you can say what you want and there's no ramifications, regardless of the internet. You just can't do it.
So you grow up knowing
if you're gonna chat shit, you better back your beef.
Unless it's got there, and I could, I always say it. Like, men understand getting punched in the face hurts, whereas if you ask the majority of women, they haven't
experienced what it's called like to be in conflict, real conflict,
in the face.
Maybe if they do,
and I always say, like,
dynamics
when you watch examples, when you watch videos of like girls fighting, or like when a girl gets hit, you actually see that they start to lag, because what their brain can't even process
what's going on.
Like, even like their brain can't. Even when you talk to certain girls, and they'll be like, I remember one time, my boy was getting. See, alright, cool. I had an older brother, so our older brother would tell me how to fight, right? We'll be like, oh yeah, do this, do that, cool. Yeah, my boy is raised by his sister, and his sister said to him, yeah, like, if someone wants to fight you, just fly kick them.
That's not.
And then I was watching the UFC fight.
I'll tell you why that's dumb in a minute.
I was watching a UFC fight, and a guy called Smiling Sam Alvey, a popular UFC fighter, he had his girl in his corner. And his girl was like, he was losing. He was 2 rounds down. His coach is like, listen, you got to go out. You got to knock him out. You can't submit him. That's not your game. You got to walk him down. You got to use your 1-2. You got to use your left hook as a decoy. You got to land your...
Stick to your fundamentals that you're good at.
His wife in the corner. Smash his knees! Break his knees to bits!
Yeah, it's not logical, man.
Break someone's knees.
I've been jumped.
It's not realistic.
I've told this story
No.
before. I've told this story
You're
before.
taking the
I've
piss.
been jumped before coming out of a club. Yeah, a loot bar in Soho. I remember this day like it was yesterday because I remember it was Easter weekend. Bro, I remember I came out drunk. I was thrashed. My cousin was rocked. Well, I don't know how rocked he was, but I learned that day he couldn't fight. Right, yeah. A guy walked out of the darkness with a bandana just under his eyes and tried to rob the car. Right, yeah. I swung it out with his shoot, yeah. Like my cousin tried to fly kick him. I said, "What are we doing here, bro?" Smashed both his phone screens, yeah, trying to do it. The guy went to literally. I remember the guy went to get across go over my cousin and punch him in his face. I kneed the brother in his face, bro, and then thumped him. Bro, I don't even know if when we were trying to fight, it was so wet from the rain. All I could think was the ASAP Rocky thing. I was just slipping on. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Man slipping around in that, bro. I'm surprised. I hit him the first time, bro. Man shook it off.
Slide.
I was like, raw. Am I weak? Man,
Oh, that's the worst one when you think you've really hit someone
You
hard.
probably just didn't connect properly.
No, the second time I caught him clean. I don't know the second time I caught him. But enough about the foolishness here. Man said flashes is insane. Mark, you wanted to talk to us about a quiet place.
Yeah. You gotta love Central London. Central London to introduce quiet nights and quiet zones for nightlife battle. So basically,
What
they
nightlife exists in Central London?
I saw that. It's
Oxford
actually
Street, the Strand,
foolishness.
Victoria Street. They want to have a quiet zone. I don't know how they're gonna do this. What, shut bars and stuff like
At 11
earlier?
o'clock.
But people can still be outside. Yeah,
No one told man to live in Fitzrovia and them places, you know.
People still, yeah, exactly. People still gonna be coming out from whatever area.
I couldn't think
And
of anything
going
worse
through
than living in
them
Central London,
sides.
you know. So yeah, like man live in London Bridge. Okay.
You better live in a quiet place in London Bridge.
Yeah, that's dumb. I don't see how that's gonna work, but okay.
I can't see it working.
What?
I'm not
Like
gonna
same
believe
way, same way. This is a ULEZ zone. Look, this is now a quiet zone. And like, you know how you have to look at parking times between da 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 da.
Yes, you got
This
No,
is gonna be
no,
quiet
it's
time
quiet.
between.
Don't get me started on that.
What?
I caught a ticket the other day, yeah.
Oh Lord.
Ain't your tickets increased now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're getting increased?
Oh,
They're getting
everything's
increased.
increased, even travel.
So I got caught with a ticket, yeah. So it was either Saturday or Sunday. Might have been a Sunday. Got caught with a ticket. The sign outside, there's 3 separate signs. And at one time I parked somewhere differently from where I normally park, yeah, cool. Parked there. I've gone outside to go and grab something from the car. Me and my boy Jones have caught a ticket on our car already, taking a fucking piss. Obviously Jones was about to have a baby at the time, innit? So even he was just like, for fuck's sake. So straight away now I'm like, nah. These 3 signs don't make sense. There's like one sign that says one thing. There's a sign beneath that says something else. There's a sign underneath that. I said, nah. Man emailed them people immediately. I said, you're not charging me for a ticket because of bullshit signage. You know, all now, this was like a month and a half ago. All now, they haven't got back to me.
Of course they haven't.
Have they?
I'm not surprised.
How
So
long ago
the-
was that?
So say that again?
How long ago was that?
Almost 5 weeks ago.
Did you end up having did you pay it? Or
I've
you
not paid
went-
shit. I refuse to pay.
Yeah, good.
I sent a long Karen-esque email to let them know, bro,
The word Karen's been replaced by Drake.
I'm not doing that. I don't even want to talk about my man. But
Leave the man alone. It's okay now. Leave him alone. He's had a
What do you mean leave him alone?
He's just had a long year.
He needs to leave us alone.
He's had a long year.
Due to his own fault.
Yeah, but he's got what he's asked for.
No, he's not.
kids
got
on my
what
body.
came
That's
to
one of
him.
my kids. The kids
Just
on my
leave
body.
him.
No.
Yeah, I don't know about that tune.
song is cold.
You don't want to leave him alone because
That song
you
is
just
cold.
don't like
No,
Drake.
do you know why?
Kenya, that song is cold.
No,
Are you
I
mad?
can't stop singing it.
The kids on my body. That's
In
one of my
my
kids. The
head.
kids on my body. That song is hard.
He won't
You don't
leave us
like it.
alone.
I know you hate it.
Which one?
I actually like it. I can't
Playboy
lie.
Carti.
It's so
I
annoying.
haven't
It's
heard-
in my
What, the one
head.
with
but I like
Kendrick?
it.
Yeah, that song's cold. This is part. This part's cold,
I actually
bro.
haven't heard, the
album.
Drake
Drake
song
tunes.
fully. Yeah.
I've heard most of the album.
I haven't done heard the album yet properly. Only that tune.
I've
Is
heard
that the one that goes?
I've heard 2 of the ones with Kendrick.
I only heard one.
One's kind of like a not R&B-ish,
Ad-libs,
but
yeah.
it's quite nice actually. And I'm not
Wait,
into
what do you
Playboy
mean Drake
Carti.
won't leave us? He needs to leave us alone.
I said,
He's
don't
lost
mention
it.
this man, and you might still want to mention
Oh,
That'll take a week to
well,
decipher.
like, he
Like
needs
that.
to leave us
this man. Let's talk about
alone.
something fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His career.
Wow.
Gabriel can now claim his passport. Yeah, to the ends. The dance hard. I never
Oh
dance hard.
yeah.
Because
Oh yeah.
Look at rubbing his hands, you know.
the capital of the motherland, I'm joking.
No, look at it. Jesus criminy.
The Super Eagles.
Mhm.
And the Hot Steppers, the Speaker Jumpers, the Jamaicans.
Rubbing up your hands, man.
We have to link up.
Direct flight.
Bear Ash.
Direct.
Methyl Cop. Yeah. Or going to create an airline that flies directly from Jamaica to Nigeria.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's, you know what? It is monumental. It is a big thing because it just shows, like, obviously, in terms of like Jamaica and Nigeria, the relationship between the two countries has never been anything negative. Right?
It's just
in this country.
Yeah, it's just
there was once, and now it's like, for me, it's like a big fuck you to the world because it's like the African giants.
Actually, you know it's been replaced by. You know it's been replaced by.
Yeah,
it's been replaced by you lot additional F3s of versus Ghana.
Yeah, but
it's gone back to that. Ghana must go back.
Ghana's cool with it. Ghana's cool. I think now, to be honest, the Ghana-Nigeria rivalry is like friendly rivalry. It's just like West African friendly stuff. Yeah. So yeah, they little boy us, we little boy them. It's bad.
You call them broke.
we little boy them. But it is honestly a good thing because
you got that football team.
Huh? Oh no. I mean, Ghana now didn't do well in the African Nations Cup. Remember, they went out quite bad. Nigeria got to the final. However, Ghana
he's Nigerian, no?
Yeah, he's Nigerian.
Have you seen an interview of them not cooking? How he said his mum and his dad were cooking him.
Why do you let that little boy deal with you like that? Adingra did dirty, horrible, nasty things to him. Yeah, it was bad. But yeah, no, look, the African giants and the Caribbean giants, we link up, and that's how it's meant to be. And
it's crazy that it's never happened before.
I love it because
we just need Chloe Bailey to divert from Nigeria to Jamaica.
In Jamaica, in England, Jamaica.
What? No, what? What's the problem?
In England, Jamaicans and Nigerians, I'll say, of course, it's black people, but predominantly Jamaicans and Nigerians have created a hybrid culture that we can all be proud of. That everyone's contributed towards this black culture. But if we're being honest, the two heavy hitter countries is Jamaica, Nigeria.
That's like a Game of Thrones.
We've come together. And no, just in general, the way Africans and Caribbeans live in the UK amongst each other, honestly, it makes me so happy because I look at America and how Americans act towards non-foundational black Americans, and they always talk about how we're different to them.
We want to be like them. No, I like being Caribbean.
You see, hair is completely.
But you laughing?
Actually, I like being Caribbean.
Hair, the Jamaicans are proud to be Jamaicans. The people from Trinidad are proud to be from Trinidad. People from Nigeria are proud to be from Nigeria. St. Lucia. Everyone's proud to be from where they're from. I love the fact you don't enunciate everything.
People from Trinidad are proud to be Trinidadian. Trini's fine.
But you know
what it is?
But it's like everyone from
different diasporas.
Yeah, exactly. Can get together and be happy with that hybrid culture.
Only time petty politics kicks in with a certain field. Like I think what yours is your jollof rice argument in the Caribbean is that argument in the Caribbean is like, is it roti?
Well, who does curry goat best?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think everyone agrees that guy needs people probably make the best roti.
Yeah. I hear that as well. I had pepper pot.
You never had pepper pot before?
I had it from
Asians.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
Top tier, innit?
Yeah, top tier. I think it might be my favourite. One of my favourite shoes.
He always has a favourite.
Nah, bro.
Don't do that.
It's different.
Wait. Did you have it in a restaurant or takeaway?
I had someone cook it.
You got it like that, yeah?
You need that. The girls.
The girls. They got a transfeed you something.
No. They cooked it for everyone. Like,
we
had like a little family.
It's not the same. Got a transfeed something.
I know. We had like a little family in uni.
The
girl did it.
No, I fried the plantain. I did the small job. I did the small job.
You fried the what?
No. little bits. I mean, some puff, little, come on.
No, run it back. You fried the what?
You fried the what? Yeah, please. Huh?
Sir.
Mountain.
Listen, mountain.
Yeah, no. But yeah, man, I'm trying to hop
And the
in that.
puff.
And the what? Because he
And
said
the puff
puff.
puff.
It's puff.
I'm trying to hop in that.
That thing is laced in oil. It's leng though.
Oh, do you know? I'm
so pissed,
you know
but
I'm
it's laced in oil, bro.
buff.
Pardon?
Buff throat. I'm catting for some buff throat.
Let me know what that is, because I actually don't know what that is.
It's actually like puff. I think it's the same sort of thing. But
Okay.
Buff.
I just eat the
Buff. Buff throat is just like
Buff throat.
yeah.
I don't know what she said either.
BOF. A lot of people say buff throat or buff throat, but I just say buff throat. Like
Of course you do.
BOFROT, not throat.
So we're gonna talk about
Dirty bum.
this Kanye thing. Okay, you wanna read this?
Yeah, that's how I did it. Took a deep breath.
This is Gabriel's goal.
Yeah.
done now.
Him and Kelly.
Baby.
He's always doing something.
So good, baby.
Minus the fact he sent for Beyonce, Jay-Z kids, but yeah,
Kids.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Oh no.
disability. He's talking mad.
You know what it is though? He has got mental issues.
He's got mental issues.
He's
but-
got an album coming
we
out.
know.
Isn't
We
Someone
know.
said- I saw a tweet saying that if Kanye West was a woman, someone would put him in a conservatorship. You know, nothing that Wendy Williams is under,
Oh yes.
Yeah.
or Britney Spears was under.
he? He needs to be under something.
So I wanted to basically ask, yeah. Shit, where's it gone? Shame. Should a man want other men to desire their women,
If you're a sicko,
or vice versa?
I've never understood the concept of it.
The reason why I asked this, because as you know, what's his name? Shay. What's his name?
Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, Club
Oh.
Shay Shay. I never remember his full name. I just
Isn't
know
it Shannon
Shay
Sharp?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp.
Shay.
Amber Rose.
Amber Rose. He basically had her on his show, and
Oh, the
The
Republican.
the
Republican.
main thing was Kanye wants other men, to want to be his woman. That's what Amber Rose was saying. Yeah.
Basically, he wants men to look at his wife and
Yeah,
be
he did
like,
the same thing to me and Kim. This is who
What
he
is it? What is it about that he wants the world to know? Look at my woman. We can see.
He wants other men to want his woman. That's what he's into. He likes that. He likes that men are like drooling over his woman. Yeah, he wants all his friends to want his girlfriend. He wants everybody that when you walk in a room, that his girlfriend or wife is the most desirable in the room.
She the baddest bee in the room.
That's what he likes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you dress like that because that's what he wanted. You want to please your
Well,
man.
I was young, and I'm going to tell Kanye no. Like, when I'm that young, it's like, okay, you're buying me this stuff.
Right.
I do look
I
pretty
didn't like
and
that
cool,
part.
but
But she's being
Shannon,
honest.
now, if
I
you
know.
look
She's been on this
at
though.
old pictures of me when I'm dating Kanye, but I'm out by myself, I have all his clothes on.
Yeah.
I have baggy jeans on, t-shirt, big ass jacket. I raided his closet. When he wasn't home, I would wear all his stuff because I used to hate to dress like a whore. Basically. I used to hate it. So I used to rebel when he wasn't home, and I would go in his closet.
So let me ask you
I'm in a
this.
sweatsuit, usually with some Jordans on,
Okay.
maybe a little dad hat or something. I'm very casual.
Would you? I mean, I don't think you had. You did. I mean, I think you did have one of those see-through dresses that Kanye put his wife in at one point in time.
Yes,
Good
I
shit.
did.
Amber,
I cried.
really?
Yes, I did. I remember crying. I was in like Italy or Paris or something, and I remember crying
Hindsight's
and
2020, innit?
arguing with him and being like, I don't want to
hindsight's 2020.
wear this. I don't want to wear it. You don't understand this fashion. I'm a genius. You know how he is. And it's like, okay, I still don't want to
There's
wear
more.
it, but
That's it, really. But yeah,
It's
what
very
did
high.
you like?
It's very high schoolish to me.
What she's saying, or
No, what the whole thing of like, I want people to look at my woman and they want to. No,
I think what it is
Different
and this
men-
is
that's
no-
a fetish, bro.
no
It
disrespect
is.
to the women that he's with, but the type of women that he's chosen, it comes across like he's just living out his corn fantasy, basically.
Oh no, I'm defending him here, you know.
I'm gonna let you
No,
go
I
first.
said it comes
I have to,
across.
I'm holding this in.
No, wait,
I
no.
absolutely have to.
No, you can, but I'm saying it comes across. And the difference is, Kanye's set a certain way. So if he wants to basically... No, if he wants to exploit his women the way he wants to exploit his women, that's who he is. But it comes across like he's living out a certain kind of fantasy because we've...
Something tells me I'm about to counter argue Gabriel, but I need to hear it.
Okay, so let's keep it real. Okay, so with the majority of millionaires, right, in this Babylonian Hollywood world or society, they all like to rock up to places with a pretty missus, and they do that. They love to show off a trophy wife, and they do that so they
go
can,
around.
So that's common, right? That so the way she's wording it, she's making it sound a bit crazier than it is. But if you break it down,
within our culture, it's weird.
Yeah, within our sort of culture, it's definitely bizarre, right? But within that culture, it's perfectly the norm, right?
This is how bizarre.
But this is what I want to say. Now, all this thing about, I didn't want to dress like this and I didn't want to dress like this. You had a whole slut walk. What are you talking about? On this slut walk, you was naked walking around.
I was going to say
you was naked walking around the street, parading women to walk about.
But then
the street.
you can counter that with saying that was her choice, though.
I was about to say I personally think it's just because.
Fine.
It's within her control.
Fine. She can say it's within her control. Okay, but she can say it's within her control. But at the same time, right before Kanye West was with Amber Rose, she was wearing that same sort of stuff, and she was a stripper, right? So I just have to call it spade.
But it's volume. It's volume.
And do you know what? Again, it's within her control.
I can't believe I'm about to defend Amber Rose.
But then even after she left him, it was the same stuff. It was the same stuff. It's even when she was with Wiz Khalifa, it was the same stuff.
Yeah,
when she was with 21 Savage,
everyone knows
it was the same stuff. So are they suggesting you do that?
No, but I'm saying
also?
the stripper thing. I'm saying because I know the story of how they met in the first place was he lied about a video shoot and he met her. That stuff. Yeah, I'm saying it's based on volume. Being a stripper in an enclosed environment towards a select individuals and being on a world global stage. With your front on Front Street are two separate 100%, dynamics.
100%. But even when she wasn't with Kanye West, long after leaving him, she continued to do that. She did that when she was in her other relationship.
I can't believe I'm about to defend Amber Rose.
She did that when she had her kid. She did it in front of her child in public with her kid. Also, if we look at the sort of women Kanye West dates, Kim Kardashian was flaunting off her body nude to the whole world. We had a whole flipping sex tape. These are all things that these women have done before.
This is why I say it's almost like he's almost living out a corn fantasy.
The concept that Kanye West is the one that's convincing them and putting them out there. No, he was all the way out there.
Okay.
I don't think they're saying that though, and I don't think Amber Rose is even saying that he's made her do this. It's just if she wants to be how she wants to be able to choose. If I want to be in sweats and baggy clothes when I want, and I want to dress sexy or out there when I want, cool. I don't want you to take me on the street, going to dinner on a casual time where I might want to wear something else. She's
implying she was coerced to do that.
And that's right? But everyone
knows that Kanye does influences women to do this for fashion because
this way with cool. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, but I'm not saying he's coercing. Listen to what I'm saying.
Kim Kardashian
and I want to say this.
Yeah, because I'm not saying
Kim Kardashian a white woman and my black kids.
A white woman, white women have decided to go out on the street naked. And they turn around and blame the black man and say, he's the one that made me do it. When you've been stepping out your whole life naked. It's wrong.
No, it's not that black and white.
Can I get tagged in?
It's actually not that black and white.
So here's the thing is,
I'm not having that.
You see that thing here? I look at it like this, yeah? And I understand why Mark was like, that part I didn't understand. Because ultimately, like, in life is about choices. Right, yeah? And the choice she made to date Kanye West, and as she said, I can only go by what people say. I live by the term, I trust my eyes, I don't trust my ears. Right, yeah? I'm old enough to remember when she was with Kanye and the rest of that stuff, yeah? At the end of the day, yes, she was young, she was with Kanye, position of power, she was happy regardless of whatever it is.
Excuse me.
I went to Mark, interject if I'm wrong, yeah? When she was like, oh, I was young, Mark was like, didn't like that, and my understanding of that is, it takes away you being accountable for
my
your
thing.
own actions.
Yeah.
So yes, it's Kanye West, and yes, there was a uplift to your celebrity because of that.
21 Savage was younger than her. Wiz Khalifa was younger.
Of course,
than her.
right? Yeah, but it also takes away her choices of wanting to do that. Now, when you look at it, I haven't heard Kanye speak about Amber for years, but a few years ago, Amber was the one talking about finger and bum and rah 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 and the rest. The thing that's interesting to me now, because we're looking at Amber Rose in 2025.
Now that she's a Republican.
Right, yeah. And that's what I was going to say. She's in a completely different headspace because I think even the rhetoric, based on whatever the Republican Party are showing her, whether she believes it or not, right, yeah, what she was saying 5 years ago towards women's rights, because I think she recently said feminism is a lie and the rest of that stuff, which she stood on, is completely different now. Right, yeah. For me personally, I think everybody who is linked to Kanye, who speaks on Kanye, is insane. Right, yeah. And I mean, in a close proximity, I can't speak on Beyonce and Jay-Z because they don't say nothing. But when you're talking about your Amber Roses, your Kim Kardashian, all these people that talk on Kanye in a public sphere, they're insane. Right, yeah. And I make it more so is because if you think this man is not mentally well and you keep parlaying and playing the game in which he plays in, it means you're complicit to the game in which he wants to play.
And actually, you might be taking advantage of Kanye because he's.
I don't know about all that, but
but wait, he's mentally ill.
He's 50 something. He's 40.
No, but he's mentally ill though. According to what these are
he's
saying,
not whelmed. I don't think he's mentally. No, I think he's not whelmed.
My thing is,
fully.
Every woman that leaves Kanye West, and before they were with Kanye West, was stepping out like this. So I understand if Kim Kardashian left Kanye West and all of a sudden she became modest, and Amber Rose did the same.
What is now though?
I mean, now years.
She's got mom of 4. She's modest now.
I think
in comparison to what she was, she's modest now.
I mean,
and she's got a little.
She can still be outside, but she's not.
She's still got a little bit more of a.
I don't know. I don't really follow the argue. I don't even know it, but it's just in general.
From what I see, and yes, I watch the Kardashians. I think she's a lot more modest. Huh?
That shit's still on.
I think they've used Kanye West and used black people more than Kanye West has used them. That's definitely a fact. But I actually do think, look, if as soon as Kim Kardashian leaves Kanye, as soon as Amber left Kanye, as soon as Kanye West's other exes, like what's the other one, the actress, right? There's another actress that used to step out.
Bianca Cesori. Oh.
She used to step out naked.
Oh my god, I forgot.
And she still does it now.
She used to step out naked.
She's an actress. She's an actress.
Keep
White woman.
Julia.
Let me see.
Who he was with?
Julia Fox. Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
They didn't date for that long, did they?
For like a year, a year and a half. But she used to step out naked everywhere as well.
Yeah, Julia Fox said she was talking about Kanye West. She was on Uncut Gems, Italian American.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
she's the same age as me. Raw. Okay.
She used to step out naked everywhere as well, right? And when she was with Kanye, she was doing it, and now she's not with Kanye. It's the same.
She was like, "Oh yeah, Kanye made me do that."
So if all three of them stopped dressing the way they dressed and said Kanye made me do it, then I think it makes more sense.
There's only one argument I have here. Right, yeah. Both things can be true. Right, yeah.
100%.
And what I mean by that is, if all three of them are people who love attention, and they were with my man, who is the biggest attention seeker on the planet, and they're no longer with Kanye when they do that, ultimately they're trying to see if they can still garner the same attention. As an example. It could also be a thing where 3 people are saying the same thing. It could also be true because he could have coerced them of saying, yeah, if you wear this, you do that. You know what I'm trying to say? Both things can be correct, right, yeah? I don't know that man's mind. I think he's a madman now, right, yeah? But for me, like, I stopped becoming a Kanye fan with the slavery was a choice thing. And the Hell Hitler thing, but let's be clear. Let's be clear when I say this. Yeah. I started becoming a Kanye fan. I've never projected me saying F Kanye to other people. I'd move back. I've never said it loud.
I'm not one of the people that have to say F him, whatever.
The slavery was a choice thing, right?
I'm also a UK person. I'm not doing that.
I think a lot of people misinterpreted the whole slavery as a choice thing, right? The slavery was the choice thing was
Kanye would have got shot in the face.
Everyone does have the option to fight. right?
Everybody got shot in the
That
face.
is everyone does have the option, right?
It's
And
always
they
saying,
chose
but
they chose the easier,
That's not the easy
or
option.
the no, or they chose the option that would lead to them
it's a
staying alive.
lose-lose.
No, they chose the option that would either be easier for them,
It
or the
wasn't
option
an
that would
option,
lead to
though.
them
It wasn't
staying
an option,
alive.
bro.
It is an option.
It
You
wasn't
either
an
do it or
option.
you die.
It wasn't
No,
an
but
option.
if someone comes to me right now with their dick out and says, "Yo, I want to blow your back out," or I kill you, I have the option to pick whether I get my back blown out or whether I get shot dead. And if I
That's not much of an option. I get what you're saying, but it's not
No,
much
it's
of
the
an
same
option.
thing. It's the same thing.
First thing.
If someone-
No, it's not the same thing.
Time out.
That is not the
For
same
me,
thing.
it is
300.
What kind of
And
analogy?
what example
I'll
you
dead
use?
before I do that.
341 plus years of
I'll dead
slavery.
before I do that.
You've just tried to condense into a
No,
guy
'cause that's
who
the
may
first
be
part.
homosexual with a firearm.
No, that's the first part. That's the first part, right?
The first part.
The first
There's
part,
more.
right? The second part, what he's actually referring to, right, is the mindset we have now. The mindset we have now, be it going through everything and having the knowledge we have.
I'm gonna let you finish
it's
your
now
sentence.
a choice.
I'm gonna let you finish your
to
sentence.
allow this
I'm
to
gonna let you finish your
continue to
sentence, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know why
I'm too tired for
his
this,
thought
man.
process is so myopic? Yeah? Just as things. Kanye's history, he's a
I
middle
like that
class.
use of word, by the way.
Well,
Myopic.
myopic.
That really
Yeah.
small, but yeah.
Right,
in
yeah.
case those that don't know.
He's a person from Chicago
In case those
who
that
comes
don't
from a
know.
middle class background,
Uh-huh.
who went to a private school, who in some cases speaks from privilege, right? Yeah, that in itself is not the same environment that
Right.
even it's not the same environment. For you to say that, it separates. My problem with this
He
argument
didn't
is
know, but he said he actually said 300 years of slavery is a choice.
no, it's not.
He said 300 years of slavery. That sounds like a choice. He
To
didn't
someone
say
who didn't live-
slavery.
To someone that
was a
didn't live
choice.
it.
You didn't.
But no,
and,
but
and,
no,
and that's
he's
the part I
living-
don't like. Like when
No,
you've not
we can't
lived
speak
it,
on what we
No.
when you've not been around,
And
it's
then when
easy.
you-
It's easy
No,
to
when
say,
people-
"Oh, I would have done this," or "I would have done that."
When people refer to 300 years of slavery, they're still talking about what's going on now.
Time
as
out.
well.
Time out.
Like,
Whoa.
they take into consideration
He wasn't talking about now.
You realise, because I remember I had a conversation with Banks, like,
He's basically talking about
5
the
years
fact that
ago.
It was gone on for 300 years.
I remember I had a
It's
conversation.
a choice, though.
I remember
You
it
can't
said-
tell me as a man.
Gabs, stop
Reece,
it.
as
Stop.
a man,
Let me finish.
you're not gonna
Let me
let
finish.
someone
Let me
die.
finish. I remember having a conversation with Banks
No.
about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago when we
I'm
were
not buying,
when
not
we
you.
when we were both
No.
working together.
I'm not buying.
And I remember him saying this, yeah, about when we
See
spoke
Gab's
about
face.
when we
No,
spoke
not
about
Reece. Or
when we
more
spoke
people.
about black
I'm
people.
not buying that.
yeah.
He's not going to let himself be.
I
Go
wasn't-
to the shop and buy it.
Let me.
He's going to choose. The
let me-
choice for him will be to fight.
Let me argue 2 points. One,
Yeah.
I wasn't born in an era, so I can't tell you what I would have done.
I can
guess-
tell you what you would do
Yeah,
now. and
I can
think
do
you
now,
would have
but
to-
Gabs, also,
different.
don't forget,
Yeah.
But it's
these
not
people,
now.
some of these people had families
No, but
as
it's
well.
the same.
And then-
No, but it's the same
but then-
outcome.
The
Though.
argument I'm trying to make here
Yeah.
is that in itself, and because I've got to stick to topic here.
Yeah.
When Banks and I had this conversation about 6 years ago, maybe 6, 7 years ago, when we used to work together, and he said something similar. I said, if you look through history, like American history, not ours,
Yeah.
American history, yeah, the time in which black people were enslaved to the time in which black people have been freed hasn't been that long. The 60s was
Right.
not that long ago, yeah. When you think about how black people being treated in the 60s to the 80s to the early 2000s, not much has changed, bro.
yeah.
So even him saying that, the point of privilege, because you are one of the few, yeah, who happens to have a God-given talent for music and art, that you've managed to do that, and it's the same man that will complain how Sway, how I can't make it on my own Sway, for him to apologise 3 years later and say,
Got a point
you know
there with
what,
that.
Sway was right. Ultimately, the point I'm trying to make here is,
But he said Sway was right because Sway literally said Sway's argument was 300 years of slavery would have been a choice technically because Sway was
That's
telling
what I'm
him
saying.
you need to empower yourself.
You need to
And he
empower
was
yourself and
saying,
invest in yourself.
How can I do that?
But he also wanted to abide by white people to be in the same
So he
thing.
was in that slavery,
right,
yeah.
But ultimately,
That's a different type
but
of slavery.
it's a different type of slavery, right? Yeah, we're talking about business slavery. Ultimately, he invented it himself, right? Yeah. Then brands came towards him, and then he's like, "Oh, you can't cancel me because I'm a billionaire." But you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
Most people don't. It's easy to have that mentality when you have money, when you have equity, and you have stock, and you have
Assets.
Thank you.
Assets.
Not everybody has that. So to even make that even to say that as a point of value when you've got money is fucking insane. Respectfully, pardon my language, yeah. P Diddy was P Diddy probably had more money than Kanye, right? Yeah. Diddy made, away from all the foul stuff that apparently he's done, because he hasn't been charged yet. He's in holding.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. The stuff where all of this came out because rumor says, if you believe in conspiracy theories, he pissed off the wrong person because he called out racism because of a brand he did. The minute this happened, the dominoes fell. Right, yeah. He was someone who was aligned with some of the most richest people on the planet. Right, yeah. And he pissed off the wrong people. Why? Because they say he got above his station. Kanye's a madman. He's not pissing off those people. He's just pissing off a certain select group. Right, yeah. Even in that being the case, no one ain't paying him no mind because people just think he's a certified madman. Right, yeah. That's it. I personally believe, like, some of the things he says, when he used to say free thought, what the fuck does that mean? Free thought. When you think on a day-to-day basis, it's free thought. Why? Because they're your personal thoughts. Yeah? I will live and die by this. If I have an outlandish thought process, which I have, yeah, that some conversations that I have with banks could never be on mic, right, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, yeah? Ultimately, when we have those conversations, they're our conversations. But you have to understand in life that the minute you choose to have outlandish thoughts and you put them in the wider sphere, people are allowed to argue them. You are on the biggest platform on the planet, tweeting like an absolute bender. I'm sorry. You're moving like a waste man. So in you doing that, you're wondering what's going on here? You're saying wayward things about women. You've got daughters, bro.
No, but this is the thing. I do believe Kanye West's message was
when he didn't have a phone, it was perfect.
100%.
Beautiful.
But at the same time, I do believe his message was a message of empowerment. His message is telling people we've got the choice to change things. That's all it is. And Kanye,
as a man who's highly educated, I said this all the time. Not everybody who
could have delivered that differently.
No, the thing is, the problem with a lot of people who are highly educated aren't the best at speaking their thoughts, and he is one of them. Yeah. But then I also live by sometimes right message, wrong messenger. No one ain't looking at respectfully, and this is again very myopic of me. If you're looking at a black guy who posed as a backpacker from a middle class area and a middle class upbringing, who dates a certain type of woman, you're not going to listen to them. Example, Dr. Umar. Before, people had time for Dr. Umar. Now when you start to do your history and Dr. Umar's got 2 kids with 2 different women, what he's preaching don't make sense.
People listen to Tupac though, and he was from he went to a private school and all of that.
But the difference with Tupac is what Tupac represented as an older thing. Tupac's music represented what he stood for.
Tupac became a thug later.
Thank you.
Later on.
Yeah, later on. But Tupac still had the message. He still had the message.
He had the message.
What he
had the message.
What he represented, to the masses in Mama and all these other songs, minus fuck your bitch and the click you click, right. What he represented across the board for music, to the test of time, my brother would not know who Tupac is, right? Yeah, but his legacy exists for thing. People don't like Kendrick for Kendrick standing on morals, but it also says what the world exists now. Standing on being a what's going on, Mark? Good to see you, sir. Moving like a gentleman, like a man, right? But because people are so used to wayward behaviors from so many different entities that exist,
I think that's a norm.
We're not hearing it. That's why, even like as dumb as this sounds, because we're going to pivot off of this year, even street rules. Yeah. I'm not a street guy.
Same.
There's certain rules which I understand.
And I abide by
them.
Them
if you're on road, if you're on road,
I don't believe in. I couldn't ever snitch. But I'm not a street person.
But if you're on road and you're doing badness, and Mark's doing badness, and Mark gets bagged, and Mark snitches, you're looking at Mark mad.
You're looking at Mark
because you knew what you were doing when you did it.
But I even say this. I say for me, for example, right, cool, legal money, everything I do in life is legal. I'm clean as from uni, good boy, right? But however, I don't believe I can snitch, and the reason why I shouldn't be allowed to snitch is because I've got friends that I know that live that lifestyle, and I watch them live that lifestyle every day. And sometimes I've benefited from it. Sometimes other people around me have benefited from it. But either way, I've watched these people live this lifestyle. And if I can't call the police to tell the police about the stuff they're doing, then I don't believe I have the right to snitch.
I
on
don't know
anything.
about that.
That's just me. That's just my
I think
morals.
if I be real, snitching depends on what the person does to your family before you say anything. But that's subjective.
I know.
That's subjective.
I definitely that's the thing. It's definitely a subjective thing. But I just always say, because I know what goes on, and because I know people that do certain things, and I wouldn't even dare think of doing it to them. Right? For me, it's like, okay, cool. I know what goes on, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. That's just something I can't do. However, I'm gonna be honest and say that probably is a bit of ignorance, or maybe it's a bit of it might be.
You're not even about that life, but you're still
definitely
abiding by
not.
the rules.
Do you know what I'm saying? Definitely not. So
I mean, we don't know
I
that
could
yet.
say that's probably a bit of ignorance.
In the words of
yeah.
in the words of my man from Friday, I'm calling the police. I'm not doing nothing more than I have to. I was gonna talk about Len, but I know we're running out of time. And Kay had this who is the dumbest thing. Do you want to explain it, or do you want me to explain it?
Honey, I can explain it.
All right, let me show Gabriel this picture. Go on.
So
It will pop up on your screen now.
Okay, so I'm gonna edit that into the screen.
This man's gonna edit into the screen.
No, send me the picture. I'll put it in.
You're lying. Don't forget.
I promise you. I promise you.
said that
Do it, yeah.
So I have
Let's see if he does it.
Okay.
What happens?
So, I have a question. Who is the dumbest?
I'm gonna send it to you.
And
yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
we've got a picture down here of 4 boys or 4 guys, whatever, in the tree. Out of all of them, it's just basically transparent. Who is the dumbest person within the actions that they are doing? I've obviously got my own vote. Everyone's got their own vote. I'm pretty sure it's clear. It's very clear.
It's easy.
Who is the dumbest person?
Who is the dumbest person?
4.
Yeah.
Mm.
That idiot watching everybody else laughing.
Number-
but you're
number-
also
He's
like,
offing himself.
Number
the
3.
fool.
Number 3 is gonna catch a case, but 4's a madman.
yeah, no. 4 is the absolute madman, and number 3, yeah, he's going down. Number 1 is everyone would think number 1 because he's oblivious, and so is number 2 is oblivious, but he's also doing madness. But it's actually number 4 because you really don't need to saw anything.
Yeah.
No, number 4 is soaring himself. So
Number
that's
4
what
is
makes
the
him-
fool because he's not sawing anybody.
No.
He's thinking. I bet number 4's brain is thinking, yeah, I'm sawing these whole motherfuckers. I'm sawing all of them on that tree.
Yeah, but he's sawing himself. He's soaring himself.
He's
only
only
drop.
he doesn't even need to be doing what he's
going to
doing.
be the one that drops. But then, however, this is where
Oh, here we go.
this is where
Oh, go on.
you got to be
Only a real madman.
I'm a
Professor
bit
Gabs.
of a philosophizer. Okay,
Philosophizer. Oh,
How about maybe the goal is
Fell onto the ground.
to fall down, and maybe the goal is to hit the ground and get off the tree.
Oh, shout out to Whitney,
So
bro.
is the number 4 the dumbest?
Shout out to Whitney, bro. Crack his cheap. Shout out to
No,
Whitney.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just. Come on, lad. We got to
shout
look
out
at
to
it,
me.
man. We got to look at it, man.
You hear Gabriel?
Is-
I have nothing. Nothing.
I'm just saying. No,
Nothing.
It's about because you know what it is.
I feel it up in my brain.
We haven't got any context to the picture,
He's
right?
Mr.
So if the
Pusha T,
context
so
was,
No, we don't have any
if the
context.
context
Right.
was, they're trying to get off the tree. Yeah,
Nice question.
yeah.
Tree not smoke.
No, I'm just saying. No, it is a definitely.
No,
a
that is the
smoker's
question.
time.
But like, why would you
Perspective,
be
but
trying
yeah,
to get off the
number-
tree for saw? Because you're only going to drop
Jump.
down and hurt yourself.
Jump.
No, but maybe,
Right.
maybe
Jump.
they signed the
Maybe.
contract.
Do me a favor. Can you unravel the strings of
Gabriel,
your
enough of
hoodie?
the contract
No,
talk for the day.
Maybe
Hoodie's
they-
too tight in your head, bro.
Maybe they have a tacit agreement,
Oh,
and it's
Oh, that's it, yeah.
That's
Okay.
it. Are you all that? Yeah.
come on, man. Niggas think guys from South London can't be philosophizing.
Oh, so dumb. Yes, check.
Because in this conversation, it's the guys from South London that's come up with the myopic and the tacit up.
Myopic is crazy. Myopic.
Myopic. Hey, listen, man, we're winning right now. We're up.
Philosophizers.
Katie and what? Come out with your big grammar, please. We're winning right
Beg your
now.
pardon?
Your big grammar.
Come out of
'Cause
your
we're
big
winning.
Oh, I
right
thought
now.
it's a grabber. I was like,
That's what we said. What we said. What we meant.
Wow, your ears
I
are
heard
moving.
it.
South London's 2-0 and it's gone into half time.
For the East London boys.
I didn't know we were playing.
You can
Yeah,
come back.
neither
You
did I.
can come back. You get me?
Oh,
But,
I didn't like-
do you know what I'm saying?
okay.
But right now,
Why do you want me to come back
I'm
for?
repeating myself. That's called tautology.
Dirty.
But I'm gonna stop doing that. We're 3-0 right now. No, I'm joking. Alright, cool. I'll just be playing devil's advocate. With context, we don't know But yeah, if it is obviously based off what we think it is, then
The trajectory of
what.
wedding.
Yeah, number 4 is a madman. And he's smiling as well, like he's.
That's
doing
a
something.
madman.
Like you're doing something special.
Romania.
Kanye,
Okay, you want
bro.
to do your question before we have to wrap? Because I'm not talking about Lent, it's unnecessary.
Yeah, no, I've
gave
only
up-
got time for
I gave up cussing people out,
one
and I'm
question.
struggling, but continue.
Yeah. Okay, so we're not talking about Lent. So, the question I wanted to ask,
It's a good one.
if someone is talking loud enough for you to hear, is it okay for others to join in the conversation? That could be anywhere, wherever you are.
No, it's not okay.
If someone's talking loud enough for you to hear,
So, like, I don't
Is
know,
it okay?
we're out and we're having a conversation. It's just us two and there's other people around us. We're having a conversation. It's between us.
Mm.
But if any stranger is out and they can hear what we're saying, is it okay for them to join in?
No,
How loud are you?
no.
We could just be having a
No,
conversation.
no.
Like, okay, I'll give you an example.
it's not okay.
It always happens to me and my partner. It's always somewhere where we're either in public or whatever. I'll give you context. We was out Christmas shopping and we was like selecting things to buy for like family members. Oh no, you like this. Oh no, what do you think? Oh, what if in the other aisle we saw this? Let's go back and look. We're sitting there discussing, having a serious Christmas present discussion for family. And it wasn't even a bad thing, but this woman comes over and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Over here that you was talking about XYZ. They've got some really good da-da-da-da-da in that aisle. Context number 2.
Yeah,
We're
but
in
I
the
think
office.
Christmas time, everyone's a bit too friendly.
All right, let's say it weren't Christmas time and it was just normal shopping. That happened. That's one context, one
Question.
form of context.
You see when you take transport, yeah, and you got auntie or someone who's first language is English, and they're shouting on the phone, you're gonna jump in a conversation.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Then what's my own?
I wouldn't. But then context again, number
You know,
2.
It depends.
I think it depends because there's been loads of
No,
times
because
when we've been in the office.
I'll give you an example when I've done it.
And we've
But
had
it's not right for the majority.
Or you shouted out South London.
No, like, I've been in situations where. No, I've been in situations where. So, for example, I remember I've been in situations where I'm on public transport, right? And I remember this because it's when I was working at Bupa. I'm on public transport, and 3 people that were enrolling for Bupa. Baiting out where I worked. 3 people that were enrolling for Bupa.
You bet everything.
We're talking to each
Same.
other, but they knew each other, and they were like, "Yeah, so what I have to do is when I get off Staines, I think we've got to go to the back of the train station, and then we can jump on the Bupa shuttle, and that's going to take us to Bupa." But I knew the shuttle isn't going to go to the back of the station; it goes to the front of the station because my guy David was working there. Don't work there no more. So I said, oh, sorry, like, I know you guys are talking about Bupa. I said, I'm enrolling for Bupa myself today, and I think the shuttle's at the front. And it was at the front, and they was happy because I told them the
Things
front.
like that is different though.
But,
Because I do think
But you would let them walk to the back.
No, I'm a big fan believer of mind your
What's
business.
my own, bro?
I'm a fan
They
believer
would
of
have missed
mind
it
your
as well. They would've been
business.
late.
It's got nothing to do with you, red. But certain things is different. Like in the office, me and my team will have discussions. We're all loud. We're just loud. We bust jokes, but we sit in an area where we can be because we have our own area. Now, sometimes other people from other teams, especially like in the afternoon when we're all like a bit jolly and we're having a conversation, some people might get involved. Like I was talking to like some of the white girls on my team about, I don't know, like, no, but everyone on my team is white, innit? But I was talking about like Caribbean culture, food, like just generic stuff. We was all talking about generic stuff. And there was a black woman in finance, so she was on the desk over the other side. And she was basically going, and she was nodding, and then she started chiming into what I was saying. But that happens a lot in office culture.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people could be like, mind your business. But sometimes when people are having like open discussion topics that kind of you can gauge that you can join in, I think sometimes especially in the office, it's very hard to be like, mind your business, because it depends. If you're having a private conversation like one-to-one in the corner, different. But if you're having a team chat and everyone's just chatting and everyone's cool with each other, it's kind of a little bit different. It's a little, but as I said, it happens to me and my partner all the time. We'll be in public, mind our own business, and we seem to attract strangers that want to join in our conversation, and we're like, mind this always happen to
I'll
us,
be
right?
wrong, man. In a Western country like England, maybe
does.
it's a problem.
They
But
do
in
it.
Nigeria,
have them kind of problems.
I don't think it's always a problem, but I think it's common.
People
like,
get involved in
chime
conversations, community in it. We, do you know what I'm saying? We're
in
like
our
that.
little office community,
Yeah,
everyone does.
we're like that.
Yeah, I'm not that friendly.
My mum could see. I'm at heart. See, sorry. There was a time when my mum saw a little kid doing something wrong, and she's went over and she's like told them off and disciplined them. And
See, that's
both
different.
of them were having a conversation. I said to my mum, I said, all right, you're with me and you've done that, but I'm telling you, when you're by yourself,
Don't do that.
never do that again, because these little kids now stab people. So just be careful, and they don't owe you respect. They were respectful to you, and be thankful for that, because these little kids, they don't, like, if they care about respect, I said, just don't do that. Like, she wouldn't have known, because she's thinking, like, my son's age, when that would have happened in his our generation was way more respectful to kids, to parents.
Yeah.
And your generation was probably even more respectful to parents. But this generation now, they don't care. I see guys get moved to in front of their mums, and videos get posted of people getting moved to in front of their mum. I saw a video in Brixton of someone's mum getting attacked by the bus stop.
Getting flogged.
Yeah, like, so, I just told my mum, like, you got to be a bit careful.
Watch your own, man.
Yeah, facts.
Right, boys, women, girl, Pitney. This has been episode 225 of the DSP podcast. You can find the DSP on all your favourite DSPs, my favourite. YouTube, thanks again for Banks for last week. Great episode.
Yeah.
Hilarious. You can find mine, Mark, Kadia's, and Gabriel's information in the description below. Find a TikTok link, the Spotify playlist link, the website link, Mark's photography link,
Mark's Batman watch,
O's book link in the description below. I've been Reese, to my left spin.
All drinks.
To his left spin.
That's Batman and Kadia.
The hooded boy wonder behind the camera.
Gabriel, of course.
As Mark, let's call him Young Beefcake. And we'll be back next week. Peace and love and blessings.
BC, baby! Dabs. And what is under was?
And remember, walk and live.
My mouth.
Tarkan. Bomba.
I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
What song is it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Can't hear
Is
it.
it a song?